Just getting this started up. Seeing how it's going to work out.
Get her all fed.
Nice.
all
Yeah,
of a sudden, all of a sudden, for some reason, she comes spinning around away from the window, real quick, like.
oh, that's funny. Get all my stuff situated up. I'm still get my AC kicked on and stuff. Yeah. Valhalla or Dawn of Ragnarok?
The second one's just a DLC, ain't it?
That's what I'm thinking it is. I'm pretty sure the second one's just a DLC on it. What do I want to do about it? Let's do it on story since I mean it's my second time going through it. I mean I'm only at like level or power 80 on the other one out of 300 and something.
Yeah.
That's the last that we saw.
Silence, you children of gods, and heed my tale of time's beginning. All was dark. There was no sand. There was no sea. No earth, nor sky. No grass, nor wind. Till fire met ice in the gasping void. And from this scream came the giant Ymir, first of all beings. Proud Ymir, cruelly killed, yet from whose bones and blood and brains the world was made. The world you walk and war upon.
Each location is marked.
There you are.
Moving from chapter 2. Alright, let's get started. First of all, this first location.
Eivor, here's a tune for you. Want to liven your step?
It's a creepy and scary.
Oh, there you are, my little drinker. Go. You see our king? Yes, good. Come, Eva. Did you find the ring? Yes. Now for our little plan. When you see us talking, be quiet as a wood mouse and surprise him with our gift. When you hold it out, like this, you look him in the eyes and you say, Styrbjörn King, may our clans be forever bonded in friendship and in love. I think you can do that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Tonight, you will be the cord that unite our people. I'm so proud of you. Get up, Olaf. Stay lucid, friend.
My sword is greedy. I'm ready to fight.
So nice having all of these hearty folk in our home.
So what you ended up playing tonight? To all this.
I'm debating. Thinking about Madden.
That's not a bad idea, honestly. I still say that that's I tried. I'll end up eventually going back to Dragon Age too.
Oh, no drink in your fist? Come on, I'll find you something.
I have a tribute for your father.
Oh, what a piece.
Yeah,
Must be working
I'm doing
sturdy
a
long
full
shot.
playthrough of this.
Give it here.
This being
I'll pass
my
it on.
second
My
playthrough
father
now.
asked me, Sigurd.
Suit yourself. But you're not getting any meat.
Dragon Age will be the fun. Will be another fun one.
Work a satyr, work through my hammer.
When you speak with the king, hold it up to the light. Show him the fine details. See there? I etched his name in runes on the outer ramp. You'll show him? You're just like your father, little berserker. Skull to you.
Go!
You see? She agrees.
So, you have the ring? Good. This was worn by your grandfather in a battle on the Northern Way.
Mother,
Yes,
can we show Sigurd the can stones he stacked the other day?
that's a good idea. We'll do that in the morning. First light.
He's drunk the motherfucker off the top. Or he was so drunk, he was probably so drunk he fell. Up yonder. To the fucking table. That's what my thought was, honestly. That's what the fuck you get.
Skål! To Styrbjörn, the true king of Burgerfolga! Tonight, we all made a new skull! Eva.
King, may our clans be forever bonded in friendship and love.
Thank you, Eivor. Now and forever, I am pledged to you.
Hearken well in Hall of Kings. On ocean steed my words gain wings. Oh, then mead I forth will bring. For noble deeds I'm gonna sing. The brave and slain Valkyria waits. Rewards for strain to Valhalla takes, and horns resound the mighty horn. For those who fight, for those who fight, are under attack. Your best clans!
Run! Ah. Good, Resta. Go.
Not you, paper. Not just yet.
It is foretold. The curtains are raised. Nothing is true until it is severed from the branches of Yggdrasil. Now! Please! Right. Go!
Show yourself! Let's end this bloodshed.
Oh, I will!
Speed to Valhalla.
Fire!
Sigurd! Take the horse!
All right. Wait here.
Now it's my turn to offer you to your slave. Accept your fate, die a coward here before your people, and I will spare the rest.
Fight, my love! Do not listen!
If I give my life, will you spare my clan?
You have my word.
This is what I was talking about last time when I first started. That pissed me off.
Oh,
Pick up your axe!
Kill them all!
same DNA. Not sure why.
Fix this or pull me out.
I can parse the streams with a filter. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Are we? I don't know what happened, but I can work around it. You'll have to pick a stream to keep things stable. There's a third option, too. I can let the Animus modulate your identity based on signal strength. It's up to you. All right, I'll lock it in and push ahead to a time where these streams are more synchronized.
How long have you been chasing me, Wolf-Kissed? 17 winters? 18? Do I now haunt your dreams? Do I warm your loins? You remember this? Ah, your father's axe. The weapon of a coward. A scorned snake. Ah, few things would please me more than to kill with this blade. But I know you would defy me to the death, fighting for a glorious end. That I will not allow. You will live your final days as a slave, humiliated. Your death will be a lonely one. Kill the rest of his crew, make them suffer. Abel Wolf-Kissed is no more. That name is dead to this world.
You will be worth your weight in silver. To the ship.
You move, and I take your eyes, you hear me?
Wind's blowing from the south.
We can tack north, then cut west. Now, what did I just tell you?
Then to get smushed. Get one guy caged, one guy smushed.
The one I was talking about
never,
was being caged.
Never leave this.
It falls in the water. You just gotta stay around.
Just take the breath of water.
No feast for you, Sunan. My crew is in danger. You must be my eyes. My crew is in danger. I need to reach them. Better. Oh, I feel better. Stronger. Save that for later.
So yeah, you and I were talking earlier about the LAX and the machete. So yeah, when I was 14, I went on a mission trip, Team Missions International, to the Philippines for 2.5 months. That's what we were over there for. We ended up being in, like, after there, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Taiping, from our flight, everything like that. Really cool, honestly. But yeah, so on the way back, I had purchased a couple machetes. Actually, I purchased four. One was for my mom, one was for my dad, one was for my grandmother, and one was for my great grandmother. All four of them had specific meanings to them because, like, the one for my great grandmother reminded me of her because she did a lot of gardening, and well, it was a specific one that was used in the garden, just like my grandmother lived at that time in Tallahassee. I got her one that was unfortunately for, well, fortunately for cutting bamboo. That was lost it for a second. But yeah, I got her one for cutting bamboo. Yeah, I carried the one that was the gardening one, which the gardening one, fun enough, had one side that was sharp here, and the tip was sharp too. So the front, all the way down around was sharp. I started carrying it on the ferry when we left Mindanao going up. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I carried it on the ferry. Ended up leaving Taipei with it as well after going through Kuala Lumpur, all the way up through all that. Mind you, I'm carrying this. And a duffel bag that's got three others in it. Through every one of these airports. At 14 years old. And now, mind you, I turned 14 in 2004. After September 11th. So, yeah. I literally made it through every airport, including LAX, Atlanta International, and landed in Tallahassee. Got off the plane, gave my grandmother her machete at the airport. Definitely not something you're doing today. This is not something you're doing in today's.
No, not even close.
But yeah, that was a very interesting trip to the Philippines. That was. I don't eat chicken and rice still to this day. 35 years old and do not eat chicken and rice because you know everything over there is fucking chicken and rice. Literally, chicken and rice.
Jeez, oh, Pete.
Gave me something that looked like a deep fried bull's. I asked what it was. You know what I got told it was? Chicken and rice. That was the time I decided no more chicken and rice for dinner. I'll cook it. I dinner tonight. I'm smoking chicken right now as we're doing this recording. I'll have to probably pause at some point and go out there and check on it because I'm just outside the range of my unit. But yeah, I made rice with it. I won't eat the rice. I'll eat the chicken or I'll eat the rice. I won't eat both of them still. But 22 years ago.
Yeah. Dude, I don't even know how you got away with that back then.
I'm still, I still, it's ridiculous to even think about it nowadays. And the fun part is, like, any store that I have, I can back up. I have multiple people that went through that airport, multiple people that picked me up from that airport. Oh God! Hell, the funny thing is even with that, after all of this, the town I lived in, it was that the subdivision I lived in was called Donaldson Estates in Springfield, Florida, Hartford technically, but right outside of Panama City, which just was still 15 minutes from Panama City Beach. Because of the way that, because it's not it is something that people with money can experience going with Team Missions International. Because at that time it was like 25 or 2600 for me to go. That included everything while I was over there, all my hotel stays, all my money while I was there, everything. Well, I was not being born into privileges of having that type of money, but a lot of people in the community helped me go. So when I came back, the fucking news station ended up doing a story on me coming back. I used to have it somewhere. I have to find that. It was fun. Definitely definitely look at things a little bit different now that I'm older, and I hate to say it like it in the first video I ever do, but not stuck in that crap. Yeah. Speaking of which, fun part. Guess I'm going to get corrected in anything that I say wrong here.
This man. I need to be careful.
So, why has requested that I do the story on how we met, well, what it took for us to meet, according to her. So, we met each other when she was 15, I was 17. I cannot, with my hand controlling the controller, air quotes are gonna live like this, long distance relationship, not us, by any means. Kendra, okay. Kendra and Cody, that's right. Kendra and Cody. Yeah, them two were dating, so he would always three-way call me, and for some reason, either them two were always together, they would be on three-way.
So we live a block away from each other. And you remember when script phones were 3 minutes after 8 o'clock?
Yeah, I remember, because the thing was, that's why I was always telling Cody, don't call me till after 9. Because my phone was not free until after 9.
So she'd come down to my house because Michigan, Georgia, longest.
Shutfest warriors.
My cell phone.
I should stay out of sight.
To talk to, she'd use my phone to talk to Cody.
Once this land is under Kjotve's lash, we will live like young.
He did. I don't ever know why he did it.
I never understood why I got three-wayed into the call, but you know, at this point in life, I'm glad it did. We ended up just staying friends out of it for many, many years after that, obviously. And she realized now that next year, or this year, is 19 years that we have been friends or known each other.
But it was always like,
yeah, it was.
For me, it was always, if I needed advice from a third party,
Yeah,
anyone that wasn't invested in the situation.
I was your outside source to information.
Like, am I being crazy? Am I acting like a crazy girlfriend?
And 99% of the time, I've always been the guy that'll straight up tell you, yeah, you're fucking crazy. No, you're not. Well, there's been times I've told you, yeah, you've lost your mind. Or, yeah, you're overreacting just a little bit. Hell, I still tell you that. But, I mean, it was good till, what was it, late 20s? Is that what? No, it was early 20s. So I was 23, 22, or 20, yeah, I was 23 if it was right before your 21st birthday.
Yeah, it's like weeks. Because my birthday back in Jordan.
So, yeah, I was 23, she was turning 21. She decides to come down to Georgia. She had a friend that lived in Covington, Conyers area. Well, she told me she was coming. She came down here. We were supposed to meet. Well, while she was talking to me on the phone, her phone died.
Didn't hear from him again.
That was the last time she heard from me until she was up in Michigan.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That should be red flag number 1.
Sure. Apparently, don't work for a second.
Yeah. Second time, she came down for 4th of July.
That same year.
Same year. She let me know that she was coming. And
like weeks before, I messaged him, hey, I'm going to be in Georgia for 4th of July. Like, we're driving down this state. We're driving back up this state. I'm going to have my friend so-and-so with me. We're visiting other, like, friend A who lives in Georgia. So we'll be in Covington.
yeah.
Silence.
Yeah, I went radio silence on her again.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Told me 4th of July, she comes down, they get here, ghost her. Hold on, there's red flag 2.
It gets better. That's the thing, it gets better.
This is progressively going to get better and better until we actually meet in person. And we're not meeting yet because we didn't meet until 2020. And at this point, we're in like
21, so
13. Yeah. Still another 7 years before we meet. We go an extended period of time without talking.
Out of nowhere, my team reached out to me. Like, hadn't heard from you in months.
Yeah. And shot her a message. Hey, what's up? I'm alive. And pretty much been every day or at least once a week since then. But the fun thing was, there's a stop I'm going to make in that curve before we get to 2020. And we're going to go to 2018.
Okay.
Yeah. Because in 2018, I was working for a wonderful man. Love him.
At the beginning of 2018, because I was still at the hospital.
It was. At the end of 2017, began 2018.
Okay. So I worked at a hospital in Ypsilanti, Michigan. I was a central monitoring tech there, and I worked 312s because I drove an hour to work. So I work. Normally, the way I handled it was I worked like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, do my weekend, and then work Monday, Tuesday. And then I'd have the next week off.
Smart way to work swing shifts. I find out from the company I'm working for, hey, you're going to Michigan. You're going to be based in Pontiac. You're going to be working directly with Oakland County. You're not only going to be working for Oakland County, there was Oakland, Jackson. We didn't do Lenawee. It was Oakland, Jackson, and what is Detroit's? Like, what is Flint, Detroit's area? I can't remember that county. I think it's Wayne. I'm pretty sure it's Wayne. Yeah, it always messes me up. So that's who we're working for.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we had, by the time we left, we were started at 3 and ended at 5 counties. And that was one of our last ones. Yeah, by the time I left up there, it started off at we Airbnb because we're going to work for these counties testing the water meters. We're, third party. We're from, we were based out of Somerville, Georgia. Getting called up to just, outside of Detroit, Michigan to do this. We have no stake in this, right? Cool. You shits off, you naughty not. Now, again, we had 3 counties. By the time we left, we were at 5. We spent 3.5 months up there. On my drive up there, I tell this in advance to say this. Because on my drive up there, she knew I was coming.
You were on the phone with me.
She knew when I crossed into Michigan. I got really quiet again after that.
Oh no, it was, hey, I'm gonna be in Michigan for a couple weeks working. We should meet up for dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that sounds good. Like, and he told me that he was gonna be based more towards Detroit. And where I lived, I was where the house I had with my ex-husband was 5 miles from the Ohio border. So it's a good hour and a half, 2 hours to Detroit.
Yeah. So
Ann Arbor, NC area, is the halfway point.
Which is the funny thing because we were one of the ones that was one of the hospitals that we tested.
He was at my hospital testing the water meters at the hospital I worked at. I never knew that part until after we started dating.
Because she's like, no, you didn't. And I don't remember it now. But I looked at her and said, yeah, you walk in the front door. This is what it looks like. She goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, I was in the basement, dealing with the risers while you.
Well, I was on the second floor. But the thing is our unit is sealed. You had to badge in and out of our unit. So he wouldn't have ever been able to come into the unit. But we had so much freedom because of what I did that I could have stepped out of the unit at any time. So after him saying, yeah, we should meet up for dinner, I stopped hearing from him. And next thing I know,
4 months. I think it's like 3. It was either 3 or 4.
I heard from you intermittently over through the time, but nothing was ever brought up for dinner again. I would know when you were back in Georgia for a week or 2. Or
yeah, when I came down, because I came back home because Marie and I were married at that time, and she was pregnant with Kara. I came back home for the gender reveal when we found out that Kara was Kara. No. Okay.
You can sit in the chair again.
So, unless he decided to come running up, and I've already told her that I don't want her. I'm getting people sit in that chair.
Yeah, we're fixing to eat dinner maybe after.
So, but anyways, back to the story for the child running in.
So I hear from you intermittently, but it was never a carried on conversation. Like it'd be back in, like, hey, made it back to work safe, or just stuff like that, like little updates. But it was never, dinner was never brought up again. And when you were on the phone with me that first time up, we had a because Marie came up with you at one point.
So when I came back down, for that 2 weeks, and we did the gender reveal, we took 2 weeks off. So I think we'd been gone for like 2 months at that point. I turned around after 2 weeks, went back up, and I drove my BMW up, and she drove her Jeep up. Or I drove the work van up, and she drove the Jeep up, something along those natures. And yeah, she came up with me that time. She was up for like 2 weeks, and then turned around and went back to Georgia.
Yeah, because we had talked about
all of us,
like, because he was married at the time and I was married at the time. My husband, my ex-husband, me, and him, his ex-wife, now ex-wife.
Ex-wife, yeah.
All getting together and having dinner in Arbor, NC area. Never heard anything else about it. You are such an asshole.
Yeah.
So peace.
Yeah. So then that's in 2017, 2018. Well, shit happens. I end up with 2 beautiful daughters and an ex-wife. Get along with her. We co-parent very well now. I feel like we do well with that.
Because you guys were separated in April of 19.
We separated in April of 19. Divorce was final in January 2nd, 2020, and then you and I got together. And so it's not even like we got together. You moved down.
I moved down April 7th. Exactly.
April 7th, 2020.
That's when my ex-husband and I separated.
Well, she came down, drove her Explorer down, went to go get ready to leave. I reached over, said, okay, I'm going to check your car. I pulled the dipstick out and went, you ain't got no fucking oil on the dipstick, shoved it back in, spun the oil filter off, picked up, went, ooh, shiny. Showed it to her, went, you see the metal shaving? She said, yep. Went, nope.
So,
in the fucked up part, exactly, the motherfucker drove back up to Michigan.
No, we hauled it back.
Oh, yeah, we hauled it back to Michigan. It drove back down from Michigan, drove around Georgia for a year and a half, and then pouring transmission fluid, oil, and coolant, it drove itself up on the rollback when we scrapped it. That motherfucker was a beast, and the only reason we scrapped it is because they went to pick it up at one point, and when they picked it up, it was Mavis tire. The frame crunched.
Michigan
car, so it got brought down to Georgia at that point.
But so the little joke in the family now, me, him, his mom, is that I was kidnapped.
Yeah.
Because the original plan when my ex-husband and I separated, my original plan was just to come down to Georgia, meet him, see family, see friends, and turn around and go back up.
Okay.
Well, I never went back up. Literally, after being down there for like a week, deciding I hated Michigan weather. I hated only seeing the sun 6 months out of the year. And hate snow and cold. And I didn't want to go back. I had been in love with Georgia since I was 6 years old. And one of my uncles down there. So I ended up emailing in my resignation to the doctor's office I worked at. At that time, I worked in pediatric psych. I emailed my resignation in, and I started dispatching.
Yeah.
Because this was all during COVID.
That's a whole different story. That's I want to have gameplay with, because for the last one I haven't even been messing with the computer. So,
but it was funny. Like our first meeting is hilarious.
Oh God, our first meeting.
Like where
Her
I
aunt.
physically met you in person. No one knew I left the state.
No one knew she left the state.
3 people knew I left the state. My own parents didn't even know I had left the state. Like my aunt knew by the time I hit Kentucky.
Wow.
My friend who I had stayed the night at her house the night before I left, she knew, and my other best friend that still lives in Michigan. So 3 people knew that I had left the state of Michigan.
Yeah. She calls me and goes, "What are you going to do if I show up in 12 hours?" I laughed. So I'll find you a hotel room. I want to say it was like an hour later. She says it wasn't that long. I think it was like an hour later. She calls me back and goes, "Find me a hotel room. I'm on my way." Huh? I'll see you in 10 to 12 hours. Huh?
And I left, because that was the night before, actually.
Yeah, that was at like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning.
I had left. I went to Lawrence.
Yep.
But this time I still shared a house with my ex-husband. Because I had brought up divorce, and we were talking about how we were separating everything. And it caused a fight, so I was like, that's it, I'm out of here, I need to get out of here. Went to stay the night at my friend's house and left for Georgia at like 7 o'clock. So I talked to you periodically on my way down. 3 people know I'm leaving the state. One of my friends is like, "You're going to end up on as an episode of the first 48. Like, you're going to get murdered." Here I am almost 6 years later.
Yeah. The fucked up part is I'm getting told the same thing from all of my friends. You're fixing to die. Somebody's coming to meet you from Michigan that you've never met. Yeah, you're fixing to die.
So he finds me a hotel.
Yep.
Texts me the address. Put it in maps. Get down into Calhoun. That's where the hotel was.
Yep.
And he was already there.
Yep.
He saw me because you could only turn off the interstate one way because it was divided. So I had to go down, do UE, and come back towards the hotel and do the network. So he saw my car. He knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I had no clue he was there with that.
Nope.
Not until I pulled the parking.
I pulled up behind her in my car, which now that she knows it, it makes sense.
Oh, you remember looking through my back window when you saw? Because that was one of the first comments you made.
The UGA stickers?
No, me going, "Oh, shit, there goes a baby."
Oh, yeah.
Me going,
good.
Like this.
Shaking her hands.
Like trying to shake the nerves out, freaking out. Because I'm possibly going to get murdered. So, and he can see this all through the back window of my Explorer.
Yep. Because at that point, I knew she drove a white Explorer. It wasn't quite obvious being in Georgia watching Michigan plates pull in. I, on the other hand, drove a lowered Flex on 20s that was blacked out. Like, the windows were all black.
No, the only thing I could see, like, because I looked in my rearview mirror when you pulled up behind me, the only thing I could really make out was your sunglasses and your freaking cowboy hat.
Yep.
So I see it and I'm going like this, freaking out.
I'm laughing because I've been sitting behind her. I watched her fucking drive down, turn up, pull in, so I just kind of creeped around in behind her.
Because you've got to figure, it's been 13 years.
At that time, it had been 13 years.
And I'm just now meeting this person in person for the first time.
Yep. Oh, we both have very specific rules.
Yeah.
Photo of you, photo of your tag.
And my aunt. I want a photo of him and a photo of his license.
One of my family members wanted a photo of her and a photo of her license plate too. So
literally, I get out, I walk to the back of the Explorer, and the first thing is snapped a picture of me, snapped a picture of my plate, and I was shocked for a second. And then I realized what was happening, and I take a picture of him, and I walk to the back of the flex and take a picture of his plate.
Yeah, I think that's what we should have known, that we were destined to be together at that point. We're just taking pictures of each other in the car and their planes.
I was still freaking out at that.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, so then, you know, I get checked into the hotel room.
So basically, y'all got on the windiest fucking road you could find to find each other.
Yeah, we took the most windingest fucking road we could to find each other.
Yeah. And now we've been together almost 6 years and married for almost 3.
Yeah.
But here, he says it happened for a reason. Now being where we're at, I also think it happened.
I say it happened for a reason. You wouldn't have liked me at that age. I don't think I'd have liked you. Neither one of us was mature. I was extremely immature. You matured up a lot quicker than I did.
I was so hot-headed. I was so hot-headed when I was younger.
It took me, honestly, I was still maturing when you and I got together at 30. So,
Well, and then you got to think of our fertility journey too.
yeah, that's a story for another time.
But and that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. We have the girls on it.
Yeah.
So
Egypts.
yeah.
Alright. Shit. Damn, press play and it took off up the top of the map. So look, I'm still, just because it's my second playthrough doesn't mean that I know all the controls yet. I'm still technically learning them.
So John, when
South Dakota is what she wants to talk about.
John and I first started hanging out, I guess, after we were in person,
Yeah.
he was hotshotting. He was peak COVID.
And at that time, I ran, which still has an LLC to this day, which was called Adams Transportation. A few people that worked for me, not going to use any of their real names if any names were used, but one particular employee, Lou. This trip started because of her. I took a bid. Well, she took a bid because she was doing my dispatch, as she was saying earlier. We did some bids on a '67 Chevelle SS that left what's called Leesburg, Alabama.
Flash of iron. There's fighting nearby.
After it left Leesburg, Alabama, it went to Helena, Montana. No.
No, it was between Helena and Glacier National.
Yes, I can't. Bowling. No, was it Bowling? No, something up through there. Don't remember the exact time. We go up there, take the bid. We win the bid. It's for an open transport. Okay, cool. So what? I'm just dealing with the shell of a car. I don't care. I want Lou to call this car for me. I'm not doing it. She's not doing it. We're making great money on the trip. I don't want to go out of town because at that point the divorce was just fresh over with like 3-4 months on me just working around with Karen and Leslie. Leslie was my youngest, being just a few months old at the time.
6 months old.
Yeah, I'll say.
So she was 7 months old.
Yeah, so 7 months old. Kara's 18 months older than her. So, like, I don't really want to be gone for a week at a time. Wow. That's going on. So, in doing that, I was like, fuck it. Lou can just run this load. There's no problem with her running this load.
Dang, you old hound. You live.
I don't even remember what happened.
I don't remember what happened either. I got a call. She was in Leesburg, Alabama. She hadn't even.
Kyotvay tried to sell me off.
She called me at the truck stop. She goes,
Not today, he won't.
John, we got a problem. I
Ship
stopped
with
Lou. I
Dallas
said, what's
not
up?
long
She said,
ago.
I can't remember
Sailed
this
east.
Something
happened, something
There will
come
still
up.
be time
I
to save our
can't do
men.
this, look.
I will find them. You ready to
Oh,
launch?
Kaylee, I'm like,
You
all
glory
right,
hound.
fuck
You
it.
would take the rescue for yourself, so the victory
I didn't
song is
want to
written
go.
about you.
Didn't
I could storm the beach.
really have any
slay
intention to
2,000
go,
men,
but at that
seize our
point,
dragon boat, and
COVID
hoist
had
the sail in
slowed
triumph.
everything
Up to
down
you.
so much that it was
No,
literally
I will
just
take the beach.
the three of us.
A far more dangerous path.
So I was like,
You
well,
searched
fuck
the
it, I have no
longhouse for our
choice. I
crew.
have to make this run.
Oh, and here.
I mean, at
This
that
corpse
point,
will
yeah.
not have need of it.
I roll over
Go.
at a 2006
ship.
F-250 6.0 lower. I mean, when I mean lower, dude, I was running 22-inch wheels and had like yay much fucking rubber.
Frogger.
Frogger.
We named it Frogger.
Everybody called it Frogger because of the way what it said. I've got photos of it. I'll actually probably use as the cliff note for this story specifically. Yeah.
And mind you, neither one of us have been. Well, no, you had. I had.
Yeah. So I'm a CDL driver. Got a Class A. Had a Class A for years now. I'm not planning on ever getting rid of my Class A, no matter what.
I hadn't been blessed.
Yeah. So she's never been out of the Midwest. She's never nothing like that. I worked and trained for MTI, Millis Transfer Institute, which is Millis Transfer there out of Black River Falls, Wisconsin. I was based out of Cartersville, Georgia when I worked with them. So I got to drive all over up to like where I-35 is, where it splits the country in half. We literally ran the east side of I-35.
Okay,
So,
gotcha.
I've been everywhere. She unfortunately never got that luxury.
Medical assistant. Well, I still am a
I've
medical
ran
assistant.
I-35 more times than I can count, being all over the
Travel.
country.
So,
That's what she was just saying. She's a medical assistant. She's never had any reason to travel the country or need to travel the country. So, I mean, in which
Marvels nest like lice.
I did rodeo
If I use the main gate, I may attract attention.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, with you. Change that. Can't have that like that.
anyways,
Hold on. Because I can't have it that low and be sorry.
Volume max.
Because there was no Geo in that. But yeah, Geo, just like what he just said, I'll repeat it for him. He did rodeo for years. So
The longhouse. My crew should be inside.
Yeah, I did rodeo for 2 years, so I've been all over the damn country. Because if you're gonna make any money at all doing rodeo, you have to travel.
yeah.
There's no two ways about it.
so you figure graduated high school, attempted to go to school, didn't really. I mean, I wasn't 100% to go to college. I worked in a couple factories, fast food, and then I was married by 23. So then the goal was house, husband, mainly. Like, so I never traveled. But anyways. So we end up getting this load from Blue. Like you said, we're expecting a show.
And we get there, and this is a fully refurbished, drivable 67 Chevelle SS.
Blue and orange.
Blue and orange.
Ford Gator.
That is correct. It was blue and orange, and I was like, all right, you know what? I'm curious. I'm hauling this. I'm curious. I text the guy. I'm like, look, you know, what do you need from me to pick this up? He said, well, when you pick it up, I need photos, inside out, front, back, top to bottom. Oh, and you rung my mind. I want to see what's under the hood of this car, because this shell looked fucking awesome. And I'm open transporting this bitch, like 2,000 miles. So there again, I'm still going. This is a fucking shell, right? No.
Okay, yeah.
No. We reach over, grab the hood, pull it, open motherfucker up to a chromed out 454.
Oh, damn.
This was a running driving 67 Chevelle SS fully restored.
And that's what blew both our
And we're going, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, we're going, what the fuck, dude? You just spent, I think he spent like $5,000 with us to open transport this thing. Like, for $5,000, I'd have found a way to damn close transport if I'd have known the bitch was an actual Chevelle and not.
Shell.
Yeah, like we still had the same thought of it's a in shell the entire time.
So we get up. I mean, it was pretty uneventful until we hit Murdo, North Dakota.
Murdo! Oh my God, we had a fun ride. Dude. Like we would run, stay in hotels. You know, it was nice. We got a good little. We had fun with it. Everything that we done was fun at that point. But we hit Murdo, and I met an unfortunate person. Go ahead, baby.
So we stopped at. I don't even remember.
It was a Love's. I'm very particular on. I only, even when I travel now, I will only stop at like Love's, Pilot, TA, something like that, just because, one, being a driver, I know exactly how safe they are. Pilot literally has a place to where if you run up to one of their employees and go, I'm not safe, help, they will literally lock you into a safe room that no one but the police officers have a code to get in.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's one of those, it's not just because I'm a driver, it's because I know that Pilot, Flying J, Road Ranger, Loves, TA, I know all those big companies, Petro, they all do things like this to help their patrons out because they're always open 24/7. They were open 24/7 even through COVID. Continue, I'm sorry.
So, okay, so we know it's a Love's. Anyways,
Yeah.
we stopped at a Love's for gas, and we run into the DOT officer.
Mind you, I own the LLC. Everything's legit as far as that goes. I got $1 million worth of coverage on my fucking trailer. Everything is... Depends on how you look at it. Everything was legal. In some aspects. But I was a not for hire. I placed my own bid, so I didn't run DOT numbers, which is highly fucking illegal. Found that out afterwards. Didn't know it prior.
So, all we know is we don't want fucking trouble, and we're hauling a beautiful vehicle. So, we come out, and he's walking around the car. Walking around the truck. Looking at everything. We're both going, shit.
Trucks tagged in Georgia, trailers tagged in Georgia, cars tagged in Alabama. I'm in a town that is population like 67.
They had, what was it? Like 8 graduating kids in the whole county.
And it was one of their largest classes at 8.
Like,
their claim to fucking fame is a bullshit fucking Elvis museum. Elvis, because remember the sign.
it was a car museum, and they had Elvis's car.
That's right. Yeah, it wasn't Elvis. It was Murdo Car Museum. We have one of Elvis's cars, which I have a sort of one of those. I've actually drove an Elvis car, or what I've found in my research to be an Elvis car. We'll go to that story eventually.
But so we're both panicking at this point. We don't want to pull this. We come out of love. This guy's already walking around the car, like panicking.
Yeah.
We're, I don't know, a good 1,500 miles away from home. Like, in this, for lack of a better term, bumfuck Egypt town, because it's. If you've ever been to South Dakota, there's nothing
at all. It's flat. It's flat, dude. Like when they tell you that, oh, you can see for hundreds of miles in South Dakota. It's beautiful. They're not joking. It is legitimately serious. You can sit there and literally just look across the fucking state. It's
Like
just-
between Sioux Falls and can't think of the name of it. The other side's
I can't.
Black something. I can't
Black,
remember.
Black Horse isn't Black Horse. I know which one you're talking about. It's the other side of the
Other
damn
side of the
state.
state. There's nothing. There's nothing between the two. It's flat. You see trees. That's
Yeah.
it.
The occasional tree, the occasional cow. There was a lot of cows.
So we talked to the guy real quick. He asked a couple questions about the car.
This is where this is one of our last loads was because of him, because of this officer, because he was so fucking cool. Because he was the reason he went. He looked at me. He's like, "So what are you doing?" I said, "I'm hauling this up here for a friend." There's nothing that says I can't haul this up here for a friend, right?
Yeah.
He goes, "Okay." He said, "Not for hire." I said, "No, I'm not for hire." Because you do realize that transporting anything across state lines with the bill of lading and the fact that you were contacted over use ship is against the law, right? Nope. I did not realize this. He looks at me and says, "You're lucky." No. That wasn't that time. That wasn't where he told me he was lucky.
No,
I'm like-
we ended up running into this officer.
A second
Again.
time. So yeah, he comes
So-
back into play. So yeah, where I'm like, "No, dude, I didn't realize this is fucking illegal. I'm sorry."
So, segue, we get in the truck, get the hell out of Dodge.
Yeah, he's like, pretty much fuck off. Get out. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. You want me out? No problem, man. I was just stopping. I backed in. I'd already gotten my fuel, turned around, backed into a trailer spot. We were just going inside to get drinks, and I think we would something for you, shirts, just little souvenirs of being in town for everybody. Magnets
and shot glasses.
That's right, magnets and shot glasses.
So, we get back on the highway.
Yeah, because he tells us to, get the fuck out.
Scoot boogie.
And we're like, hey, you're not going to say nothing. We're not going to say nothing. He's like, I'm not messing with you. You didn't realize it. He's like, I can tell you what lying to me, so go. Cool, great. Yeah, dude, I'm not going to fucking take a chance. I didn't know I was doing something illegal. I'm out. You don't waste chances like that now.
So we start having problems with the truck.
We get fucking like 20 miles down the road.
Not even, because the next exit was 15 miles.
Oh yeah, next exit's fucking 15 miles down the damn road. I'm not even down that far. Can't get my truck that far. I'm like, well, fuck, I have no choice. I have to go back.
Because there was no way we were making it 15 miles to the next
Yeah,
exit.
I couldn't make it. So on those trucks, there was a lot of work done to it before I bought it. And part of the work that needed to still be done was like the EGR had been deleted. It had head studs in it. The turbo had been upgraded. But as far as the final portions of the bulletproofing, I need to still do like the fuel pressure regulator upgrade, which this is what happened to fucking cause it. Because that bitch went out. So it was
Thankfully,
flooding
we
itself.
had the part.
Yeah, I had the part in the back of the fucking truck. The problem was I had a 21 and a 23 millimeter wrench. I didn't have a 22. I could have changed the bitch on the side of the fucking road.
So we baby this thing back to Murdo.
Get back to Murdo, find a mom and pop fucking
Part shop.
I'm like, hey, I'll buy whatever you want me to buy if you're just willing to let me use your tools. Nice people. He's like, well, we don't allow to use tools. He's like, but I'll sell you this at a discount. I'm like, well, cool, great, thank you. So I bought a few wrenches, bought actually a few tools from him, bought a couple star bits and everything from him. Dude was really nice. So actually, gave him some business. Went out in the parking lot, which is not the parking lot. It's parking lot's on Main fucking Street.
It's okay. So like in smaller towns, how you just have like the diagonal parking in front of the businesses.
And look, because it goes, the main street's like this. The other main street that comes into town is like this. So one main street comes in off of an interstate exit. Then you have the main street that we're on this interstate exit. I'm going to die if I don't pause that, because I know how bad of a fight this is. So there were all the diagonal parking streets on this main street down here. Not on this, because on this side of the road's a fucking like concrete plant or something at the end of the
I don't
town.
even remember.
It was like concrete plant, maybe even been just like a fairground. It may have been one of those, something like that. But we're the diagonal thing. I'm a part of this motherfucker working on this truck. I'm getting pissed because you get like ain't much fucking room to move a wrench in a truck when you're having to work on the side of the road, and it makes you even more pissed off.
Yeah.
Rule this DOT officer.
And it gets about 6:30. The guys tell me they close at 7. And up pulls a car I'm already very fucking familiar with. Senor DOT officer. He pulls up, looks up out of the hood, looks at me and goes, I thought I told you to get out of here. He said, I thought that was your trailer. Or no. Yeah, he said, I thought that was you I saw come back in town.
Because we dropped the trailer at a hotel to go over and fix the truck.
Because we had everything locked up. The trailer's locked, the car's literally, the only way to have gotten that car off that trailer was to cut the fucking trailer off of it. There was, dude, I had everything from fucking bucking dogs. Fucking, I had locks that were that goddamn big on it. Because I'm traveling through in 2020. Well, I'm traveling through like fucking, South Dakota, dude. You're going through like Kansas City. And you're going through Minneapolis. You're going through Memphis. You're going through Sioux Falls, Big Rapids. You know, you're going through large ass cities. And dude, at night when I'm in a hotel room, I can put it under a camera, but I can't guarantee it. With the amount of shit I had tied to that motherfucker, I did. Even hooked to my trailer, you had to have a special fucking hitch.
Yeah.
I was very, very fucking paranoid on my shit, dude. It's why I had $1 million worth of coverage on it. But this motherfucker comes up and he goes, that's what I thought it was. He said, everything I said, I'm fuel pressure regular when else. I'm trying to get it. I'm literally got the truck halfway to our part. So I didn't realize to take that one piece off, upper and lower turbo lines on the driver's side have to come off. Upper radiator hose has to come off. Upper fuel line has to come off. Intake box has to come off. There's 90% of the shit on that side of it has to come off to get up to the block to get this. So I'm tearing everything apart trying to, he's looking. He goes, all right. He said, I come back on shift at 7 a.m. He said, I want your ass out of town.
Oh, yeah.
I looked at him. I said, you ain't got nothing to worry about. 7 a.m. He said, yep. I said, cool. I said, I'll be on the other side of the state by 7 a.m. We went back. I hooked up. I got everything fixed. I had an onboard tuner. Tuned into the new fuel pressure. Got everything set where I wanted it. All right, cool. Let's go.
We ended up staying the night in Margot at a little hotel. And I think we left at like 4:30 in the morning. Just to make sure we were out of town before 7 o'clock rolled around.
We left at 4:30 so we could get out of town. And I guess the remark that I made to him, and I stood by that, was I was going to be on the other side of the state before he came in on shift. And it was like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. Maybe a little bit late. No, maybe a little bit later, 7 or 8. It wasn't much later than 10. You were fucking rolling into Montana.
Should have held on to this until the bitter end.
Nope.
If I give my life,
it was fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot. After
if you shit in your pants, you're gonna get arrested. Is the first time.
So here's the thing. There's multiple stories with this, and multiple. I mean, we continue this on, and I can still segment this up. So, all right. Here's the thing. It goes from that to we're thinking we're clear, right? I'm fucking running. We're singing and having a good old time, enjoying, taking photos, and well, we hit Montana.
And everything, I mean, it was really uneventful.
The drive was uneventful. The rest area at Montana was uneventful until we realized what the fuck it was. And then it was as fast and as safely as possible. Get the fuck out of Dodge again. Because we pulled in, I'm like, I gotta go to the back there. I go to the bathroom, come out, start looking around, and we're at a fucking DOT checkpoint inspection site.
Oh, hell no.
Oh, hell yeah. I realized it, looked at her, I said, she said, what? And I pointed at the tower. I went, hey, we gotta go. Look, now. We gotta go.
Yeah. It's one thing to be around a Mr. DOT officer. It's another to be at a checkpoint.
Yeah. Especially after getting told, hey, you know, exactly what you're doing may not be 100% legit. You know, that makes you question a lot of...
That makes you want that car off that trailer 10 times faster.
Oh, 100%. What the rest of the trip was fun. And I will agree the rest of the trip was fun. Even with a little mishap.
The next segue.
Don't fall for any trap.
Yeah.
So we roll into Atlanta at 3 a.m.
Yeah. But I mean, at the whole time I'm not going to lie, that is probably the most beautiful ride I've ever been on. And most of the time when you're in that area, you're looking at one of two things. Flat or crazy mountains.
Yeah.
Crazy Mountains is such a beautiful, even in fucking May, it's such a beautiful little, not little, I can't call it little, it is a huge snow-covered mountain. So, I mean, again, the ride was beyond beautiful. It was great. We had no problems throughout the ride until we hit Helena, Montana.
Yeah. So we rolled through town
At like 3:30 in the morning. Because, we paid hell getting a fucking hotel room because of how late it was.
Well, because even after we rolled through town and started going up the mountain. So
we hit the town and it's like, fuck, we're an hour from this guy.
Let's just run it.
Yeah.
Let's get to the closest hotel we can find to him.
We're like, fuck it. We're going to what I remember, a specific part that I remember about the area we were going to was near Glacier National Park. If you know anything about Glacier National Park, it is known for its clear beauty.
Yep.
And that's where, we're like, fuck it, we'll get as close to Glacier as we can.
That way we can drop the load, go see the national park, and then head home.
Yeah, be done with it, But that.
So at the bottom of this mountain, it tells you it's a 30% grade. So we're both like, all right, slow and steady, up this mountain, 3 o'clock, 3:30 in the morning.
I reached over because I kept the on-demand tuner on. If I'm driving, it's right here on my windshield. I could reach up, hit a button, back out of my throttle, and the tune would immediately take over, and I was good to rock, right? I'm like, fuck, that's like a 30 to 36% rate. I can't remember, something astronomical. Like, that's hard for semi-trucks. I'm like, all right, cool. I reached over, turned off performance, turned it on tow, mount. Reached over, turned the tow off on my fucking truck. The little tow haul button.
Okay.
And we get quarter to halfway up this mountain?
Yeah. We get about,
And all I hear is, ka-thunk, and I felt it in my feet. And I'm like, shit.
I
thought it was the transmission.
She thought the transmission went out.
Where I felt it hit.
But fortunately, it wasn't the transmission. Saying it like that. When the ka-thunk went off, I lost all power to the truck. Like I'm fucking running. I was like 28, 29 PSI on the fucking turbos. It's fucking wound out, and I go from fucking full power to nothing. Truck nosedives, I get over to the side of the road, and I'm sitting like this. Call a tow truck. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck just happened. Something just exploded in the truck. He's like, what do you mean? Like, something under the hood just went boom. We're talking. He's like, oh, we finally figure out by looking around. I popped the hood. After already getting the tow truck on the way, I figured out that we could limp it back to town.
We lost the turbo hose plant. The turbo hose plant busted.
That's what I was fixing to say. What blew off was at running at such high PSI, one of the turbo clamps had blew off. Hold on a second, George. It blew off. And when it blew off, it slammed into the hood of the truck. And when it slammed into the hood of the truck, it made that thunk sound. Well, because I wasn't trying to run with power going downhill and going through the town, which was all a downgrade to it, I didn't have to worry about it at that point. The tow truck driver came to me. He's like, hey, you can do it like this and be okay. He said, I'll even follow you back.
Yeah, because he didn't have any clamps the correct size for that turbo.
But he's like, you can drive it back. I still had to pay for him coming out there, which I was fine with that. Sucked, but it fucking hey. So
at this point, like 4 a.m.,
yeah.
we're on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, I'm at, worst case scenario, I'm getting towed the fuck out of here. Well, we get down to this hotel. They accept us. Next day, the guy comes and he sticks a key in the car and it doesn't even stutter. Boom, fires right up. Backs it off my trailer. And I failed to mention it on purpose because I'm going to do it like this. He backed his fully restored 67 Chevelle SS off my trailer, and which was an old trailer, and my 2006 F-250, and pulled it up on his brand new Dodge 3500 Cummins dually truck and brand new Big Tex gooseneck trailer and rolled it up on there.
Because, so, what ended up happening with the truck is we had to order the part, so we were stuck in Helena for like 2 or 3 days for this part to ship in.
Yeah.
So the customer, the guy we had hauling the car for, said he'd just meet us in Helena because it was only an hour away. So, yeah, he rolled in with all that, and we both just look at each other.
What the fuck, man?
One of those, why am I here? Like,
yeah.
And we ended up coming to the conclusion he didn't want to put the miles on his truck and trailer.
It's the only thing that made sense, in all honesty. Because nothing else that was involved with that made sense.
I mean, unless he maybe didn't trust himself hauling something that far. I mean,
I could see that because a lot of people really don't know how to drive with trailers. So,
but it was just wild.
It was just fucking wild the entire time. Honestly,
it was a good time.
Yep.
And then on the
howdy, George.
I think that whole trip ended up taking us to.
I was just sitting here being quiet listening to y'all.
You're good. I will let you know that I do have my cap cut is on and we are recording right now. So that's we're doing the stupid stories.
I think overall that whole trip.
I gotta show you something, John, real quick here, brother.
Go ahead. Take a pause for a second. I got the door paused. Nice. Thor's armor.
No,
it's off of
the werewolf armor.
Oh, that's the werewolf. Okay.
It cost me 400 helix points.
Jesus.
For the armor pack.
Jesus. I ain't even messed with those yet.
I had it. Forgot about having Points already there.
Before we took the break, I mean, Montana, you're going to get kidnapped. That definitely.
Shit, audio 2, chapter 3.
Me getting kidnapped?
No, not you. Gio's playing RDR2, chapter 3. You get kidnapped and taken by Colmore Driscoll to a Driscoll hideout and you have to sneak away. Or get shot and try to fight your way out if you get to your guns, which eventually I'll be doing to play through a bit as well.
See, I've already been kidnapped. Been there, done that.
You weren't technically kidnapped. You stayed willingly.
Well, the feeder of ravens returns. And not... We thought we had lost you, Eivor. For good this time.
But
So this whole thing is Stockholm Syndrome.
according to her, it's Stockholm Syndrome.
Nothing to crow about, except to say the men who delayed us are dead. And how are you?
Yeah, you do have to be crazy to put up with the shit that you do.
Spent many tiresome days calming the rages of our king.
But
He's not happy with you.
so yeah, he got that shit. It was still he came like the next day and picked it up. So like there wasn't really any cool. I get to go take a drive and go hang out and go see the town.
We have need of his courage.
Drunk can't drive. Stuck in a hotel, which was kind of interesting because not gonna say the hotel because I don't remember the hotel, but their pool was open and so was their hot tub. We were the only motherfuckers in there. So it's snowing on the mountain behind us, literally. Like I'm not exaggerating this. May, June-ish. It's snowing in crazy mountains within like 100 miles of us. It's 40-something degrees where we are, and we're in a fucking pool in a hot tub.
A cloud hangs over you.
That pool was cold. I will say the pool was cold. I got in, I'm gonna say I went in, it was fucking cold. We stayed in the hot tub more than we did. Like she didn't get it. But the time there was nice.
Yeah.
And then we went, the part came in, we went, picked it up. And,
And it's time to do.
yeah, it was all right, cool. Next morning, we're rolling. Everything we checked the night before, because we always pre-trip. I was preached to that by my best friend Chris. And you've seen Chris in some of our Facebook chats, Gio. He was actually the guy who trained me how to drive semi-truck. He's who my trainer was. So I spent a lot of time around him, and that was something he always preached, was pre-trip. So I stayed on it, just making, we always checked our weather, we always checked everything to make sure we were good. And, well, fortunately enough, the night before, we were supposed to be good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately enough, when we got up the next morning, we were not good.
It's pouring down.
It was fucking pouring rain. I mean, absolutely pouring rain.
And here's the thing you know. I'm an awful passenger. Like, what was it Dad tells you? I'm just like Grandma Grace. We drive 10 miles and put 10,000 on the seat.
Yeah.
Hopping around and like, because I am just such a nervous passenger.
And she is, and she still to this day is such a nervous passenger. And I'm not trying to be cocky with what I'm fixing to say, okay? Unless it's me.
Or there's a torrential downpour.
Or there's a torrential downpour for hours. That's, but that's understandable.
And we're going through mountains, and like I can look down off the side of a cliff, and there's nothing there. Like, like.
Yeah, she was not.
I was raised in Michigan. The closest thing we have to mountains is hills. So.
Yeah.
We end up getting out of Helena. Get going.
We head down. Where did we?
We ended up outside of Yellowstone.
I remember why now. I don't remember why, but I do remember why. We ended up outside of Yellowstone because my one thing I wanted to do, which we still didn't do, because it was fucking pouring rain. I wanted to go see Rushmore.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Fucking pouring rain. I'm not dragging a trailer and a truck through Rushmore's windy ass back roads. I'm not doing it. Not in the rain. But we get outside of this little diner, mom and pop owned. I mean, literally, like we get in there. I back the truck in one of like 4 fucking spots that I could fit in.
Rough you are. Welcome home.
Well, in doing, it's still fucking raining. It's fucking miserable outside.
It didn't stop raining until we got out of mid South Dakota.
Yeah. Literally. It rained the entire time. So we got something to eat. It was a nice little ride. We had to stop in South Montana at a Walmart later that afternoon. It took us about a half day to get through Montana fully because it's fucking huge coming down from Helena and across like that. Because you're coming at an L instead of at a diagonal. So we get down there. I bought whatever it was we needed to buy. Cool. Next thing is this. We're staring at fucking South Dakota. We both know we're not stopping in Murdo.
Hell no.
Well, yeah.
I mean, like previous story we just talked about, where yeah. You want me going? I'm not going to come through here. We fucking rolled Murdo. No problem. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Best place I've ever stayed in. The Americana. Loved them.
And we got to eat at these several cool little restaurants there.
We ended up.
So we ended up having to stay like 2 or 3 nights in Sioux Falls because he got sick.
Yeah. We got there. We went to this restaurant.
Blue 42.
Blue 42. That was literally next parking lot over from the hotel. So we just walked there, got there, ate there. I got sick. I don't think it was my food.
No, you had like a sinus infection
Yeah.
or something.
I think that's because changed it drastically over the last few days of my last week of my life, coming from Georgia to Montana and now working my way back across.
Yeah.
So we ended up eating at Blue 42. That place was excellent. We ended up going to get tacos at this place called The Goat.
Oh, the goat was amazing. The tacos were awesome.
But overall, this whole trip that was only supposed to take like a week tops took us 2 weeks between.
No, we're not done yet because we leave South Dakota. We don't make it far before the next story starts. So that's the fun part.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Yep.
And you're having to go to every hospital in the U.S.
Yep.
Because we get into Kansas City, Missouri after staying a couple nights in Sioux Falls. Get there. And this month starts having chest pain. With a history of 2 heart attacks, starts having chest pain in the middle of the freaking night.
Yeah.
So we unhook the trailer, drive the truck over to the hospital, and of course, again, mid-COVID, I can't go in the hospital with it. I end up going back to the hotel, sitting there for a couple hours. They check him out. He's fine.
They give me
Give him
heart
nitro,
medicine.
send him on his way.
Yeah. So we're good right now, right?
I was so ready to be back in Georgia by that point.
Well, we ended up spending a couple of nights in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm not going to say that was a bad time whatsoever because, well,
We went to Jefferson.
there was a Jefferson's in Kansas City, South. No, that was Missouri.
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought it was weird that there was Kansas City, Kansas, and then Kansas City, Missouri. Literally, just right there.
and you have to be careful because specific spots. You're in Kansas City, Kansas, and sometimes you're not in Kansas anymore, Toto.
So we stopped at Jefferson's is a restaurant each one's like personally owned.
And it's known as Jefferson's World Famous Burgers. Was the last time I saw it in that order. Fucking amazing burgers.
So I had never heard of it growing up in Michigan, but it's pretty prevalent in North Georgia. So we found one there, and he was disgusted by it. But they had a peanut butter burger. And it was, to this day, one of the best burgers I've ever had.
Nice. Hell yeah.
I still say that it could have been a lot better.
We finally ended up making it back to Georgia 2 weeks later.
Let's see. When we left Kansas City, because Kansas City is just that short little tidbit story. What? Nothing was after Kansas City.
We were both in a rip roar to get back to Georgia and get the hell out of Dodge, get off the road. We've been on the road for 2 weeks in that week, and that was the longest that we had been away from the girls.
Yeah, we wanted back home to be back with the girls. So, yeah, we made it back home, and we did a couple more trips after that.
Most of it after that was family travel. We didn't do any big calls after that.
No, we did. If as bad as it sounds, I would if I'm going to Panama City. My haul trailer down there for them. Get paid to go down there, why not? And then have family vacation afterwards.
Yeah, because believe it or not, by the time the girls were 1 and 3, they were more well traveled than most people are at 30.
My kids have been everywhere from in a car, Georgia to Michigan, Georgia to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Georgia to Charleston, South Carolina, Georgia to Tybee Island, Georgia to here in Florida. I'm not going to say the town name. Just Central Florida.
Might as well say
Orlando. Yeah, we'll go Orlando area. Georgia, Panama City, multiple fucking times.
Oh yeah, like, those kids had been to PCB 3 times in a year. Because I mean, everything was still primarily shut down.
So we'd have people contact us, go, hey, if you want to go do this, I'll pay you. Go, why not? Okay. Hey, you go pick this up and move it. And these were all people I knew, so hey, why not? Doing it for friends now. It's not illegal if I'm doing it for friends.
No, we made friends with one guy in PCB. We took a trip, just you and I.
We took a trip down. I remember who you're talking about. We took because it was fucked up. Because I remember I got sick after I left.
Always. Always sick.
HFM.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up getting pretty. What's called HFM, which is hand, foot, and mouth. And it's very hard for an adult to get that.
So it's a very common daycare.
It's a common daycare sickness, not an adult sickness.
No, it very rarely presents in adults.
And somehow or another, my ass ended up with it.
Because Easy had it.
Oh, okay, that's right, yeah.
Easy got it from daycare. And again, this man, I swear, every hospital in the U.S. is like on his bucket list.
There's got to be at this point.
Or like to get any illness that like normally doesn't present in adults. He got hand, foot, mouth. Worse than our 1-year-old.
I got hand, foot, and mouth to the point they almost talked about putting me in a hospital and put me on antibiotics for it.
It's viral. They can't do
I mean, not antibiotics. monitor me on it because I was getting so sick with it. That's right.
Like, his blisters were worse than Eve's.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, just stupid. Stupid stuff.
Hey, look! I'm with you 100%.
And then at this point, you got to be thankful that I work in medical.
I am beyond thankful because
this motherfucker.
Wow.
And I understand this is a typical male thing. So I get a call one day. I'm at work. I get a call one day, and someone slits his thumb open with a knife. What was he doing with said knife? He was opening a pack of wiper blades.
cut myself from right here all the way down to right there.
Jeez, oh, please, bro.
I'm like, all right, I'll look at it when I get home. Because, like, over the years working in medical,
I just said I got a little cut.
yeah, I know how to steri strip. Like, it's out of my scope to do stitches, but I know how to do stitches, like, in a dire time. Like, I've been a medical assistant for 8 years now. I've worked in several different specialties, primary care, urgent care. I mean, I'll look at it when I get home and we'll get you bandaged up. I had like steri strips, gauze at home, and just different stuff picking up at CVS. This shithead gets home, and it is super glued with paper towel and electrical tape.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right.
You know what it got cleaned with? You know what it got cleaned with? Brake clean.
Oh, God.
Like, that has to be just be a typical man thing.
I mean,
it was bad enough. I showed a picture of it to the PA that I worked with, and he was like, yeah, he probably should have had stitches, but the fact that he put super glue in it is a no-go now. Like, just make sure you steri strip it really well.
yeah, I mean, I can't really say anything. Like, dude, I literally damn near cut my pointer finger off of my left hand from the first knuckle down. Didn't go to the hospital. I mean, I literally cut that sucker all the way to the bone. What did I do? Stuck a popsicle stick up under it to make it straight. Put a butterfly bandage across the top and wrap some gauze around it. Said that'll do.
You got an eye roll.
I remember, so when right before my ex-husband and I split up, right when COVID, like, they first started laying everybody off and the hospital started getting really overwhelmed, my oldest niece at the time was like, I don't know, 9, at that age where she's developing her own attitude. Her mom and I have been best friends since I was, God, I don't know, like 10. At this point, I'm 27. So we've been friends all through school. I go over there, we're hanging out, and B had said something about the hospital, and her mom and I are both like, we're not going to hospitals right now. Like, pray you don't really need an ER because we're not going. Like, they're overwhelmed, they're understaffed. Unless it is like you are literally dying, we are not going to the ER. And she's like, well, what if I need stitches? Again, 8, 9 years old, dramatic little thing. And I look at her with the straightest face I could have, and I said, we've got fishing line and a sewing needle around here somewhere. I'm sure your mom and I can figure it out, because my friend also works in medical. The look this 9-year-old gave me and was like, you are just barbaric. I'm like, no, I'm realistic. We're not going to the damn ER. So,
yeah, I don't touch hospitals unless it is an absolute emergency. The one time I've been to a doctor in the last 20 years, I went to the hospital because I broke the bone on the little bone on the outside of your foot. Well, had a hairline fracture in it. Didn't know it was broke, but I knew something was messed up because I was going up some stairs and only my toes caught the fucking step. All of a sudden something popped and I was in pain. I just went, it's probably just a muscle strain or some bullshit. I'll sleep it off. I'll be fine. I went to work on that motherfucker for 3 days, and at the end of day 3, it was hurting so bad I was damn near in tears, and I went, nope. All right, I finally got to go see what's wrong with this fucking thing. Went to the fucking hospital. Doctor walks in and goes, so, what seems to be the problem? I said, well, I messed up something in my foot. He goes, well, first things first, let's take your sock off. Let me get a look at it. Took my sock off, and it's all like purple and black right around the edge of my fucking foot. And he looks at me and he goes, well, it looks like you broke something in there, buddy. And I was, well, are you sure? He goes, about 90%, but let's go take an x-ray just to make sure it's not too messed up. Go in, take an x-ray, and sure enough, hairline fracture through that bone. Like, it didn't even shift or nothing. It was just hairline fracture straight through it. And he goes, well, to be honest, broken foot, not really a lot I can do for you unless you want to spend a lot of money. I said, prefer not to. He said, all right, here's a walking boot. Go home.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I know that feeling. You know why I know that feeling? Because the motorcycle accident, which I will cover eventually, but yeah.
Oh, the one where it took me 6 months for you to see a doctor?
Yes, again, I plan on eventually covering that one. Not right now.
But I'm not any better.
Not really.
We've been together almost 6 years, and I've been to the ER once.
Twice.
That was for the same thing. It counts as once.
No, it doesn't. You went on 2 separate occasions in 2 different years.
When?
Neville, and then the second one.
I didn't go to the ER for Neville.
It made you go to the ER for
No, they did not.
Oh, no, they did. That's right.
I've been to the ER on one general occasion. 6 years.
Shoot. Dude, I just about 5 years ago finally paid off a hospital bill that I've had since I was 17 because for the longest time I wasn't going to pay it on principle because it wasn't for me. It was for the doctor who stitched me up when I had to have 53 stitches in the top of my head.
God damn.
Yeah, I landed a 77 Buick nose first in a ditch doing about 85. My head hit the steering wheel, literally scalped myself.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it, bro.
And yeah, I'm laying in there, and they tell me, don't fall asleep. We don't know how concussed you are or anything right now, so don't fall asleep. But we got to call in a plastic surgeon to take care of you. We don't have anybody on staff that can do that right now. Okay, fine. I'm laying here. Guy comes in and he goes, all right, well, I'm going to have to give you some local anesthesia. And without explaining what he was going to do to give me local anesthesia, because I'd never had anesthesia of any sort up to this point, this motherfucker jabs a needle in the top of my fucking head, right on the edge of the fucking tear, where my skin just tore itself from the top of my fucking skull. And I immediately reacted by punching him in the nose. And to this doctor's credit, now he did charge me a bill for what he had to have done afterwards to fix his broken nose. But to this doctor's credit, he sat back, tipped his head back, yells for the nurse, goes, yeah, can you just stop this mess so I can fix him and then get myself fixed up? So she gets him to stop bleeding, shoves cotton balls in his fucking nose and shit, and he literally stitches me up. Goes and washes his hands again and everything and fucking stitches me up, and then goes and gets himself fixed up. And I was like, I mean, as much as I hate the fact that you gave me a bill, at least you finished me first. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was just, 17 years old, young and dumb.
Young, dumb, full of cum, and yeah.
A male?
Yeah.
What's that?
Young, dumb, full of cum, and, well, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but she's right. A male.
Now, the funny thing is, I will take partial credit for the accident because I was driving very, very fast, but there was a standing rule in my car. Do not fuck with my radio. It's my radio, my car, my music. Fuck off. I don't care what you think. My cousin sitting in the passenger seat, we're driving down a freaking back road in the middle of fucking nowhere doing 85 miles an hour, decides to reach over and start flipping through radio stations. I smack her hand, look at her, and you need to leave that shit alone. And I look back up, and as I look back up at the road, I am literally skirting the grass on the edge of the ditch. And unfortunately, it had just rained not too long before this. So when I went to try and pull myself out of the ditch, instead I slid into the ditch. And yeah, hit the end of that ditch doing, well, I know when I entered the ditch, I was doing about 85 and my brakes would not work once I got in the ditch. So, yeah, smack. Head into steering wheel, knee scalped.
What? That.
Funny thing is, I didn't know anything was wrong with me. I got my cousin out the passenger seat who had been knocked unconscious, pulled her out of the car, pulled her up to the side of the road, woke her up. She looks at me as she becomes conscious, looks at me and just immediately turns ghost white.
I bet so.
And I'm just, what the fuck is your problem? Snap out of it. I'm trying to shake her and whatnot. And she takes my hand and sets it on top of my head. Funny thing is my first words weren't, oh, fuck, or none of that. It was, where the fuck is my hair? She just goes, bigger problems, honey. Bigger problems.
Yeah. Oh, God.
But, I mean, something was watching out for me that night because my neighbor from 3 doors down literally pulls up, and I'm 5 to 8 miles away from the house at this point. Mocha, calm down. Dude, I am 5 to 8 miles away from the house, somewhere in that range, in the middle of fucking nowhere. But this guy just happens to pull up right where me and her are at. Looks at me and just takes the shirt off his back and goes, tie that on your fucking head, and throws it at me. Dude, and I was 17, so this was 1998. Luckily, this motherfucker had a cell phone, which you know what cell phones were like in 98. Not very reliable.
90s.
But he manages to call an ambulance. Then he calls my dad so that I can tell my dad what the fuck just happened. That was a wonderful conversation.
Yeah.
Like I didn't lead with the fact that I was hurt, but up until that point, he was like ready to just ream my ass. Then when he realized that I literally didn't have the skin on top of my head, he wasn't ready to ream my ass quite so much anymore.
Hey, I mean, it makes sense. I trust everything, but no, I wouldn't. Yeah, no.
I was all like, I was all ready to be like what later turned into a meme. You know, you call the parent and they're like, "Are you okay?" "Yes, I'm okay." "Now, you little fucker!" Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of glad we.
I mean, it's gonna be the joys of. I don't know if we can call that joys of girls. Yeah, yeah. The oldest did just cry over French toast, so yeah.
do you? I can just hear what my dad would have said to me if I'd have went to him crying over French toast.
Yeah.
I know the exact words he'd have said. "Quit that crying, and I'll give you something to cry about."
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I have to 100% agree, but it's not the with girls. The response is more of a I get it. You're allowed. You got to have your emotions because I don't want you to bottle them up, but there's no need in bawling over French toast. It's just one of those, and I'll say it to Kara to her face. So, hey, it's French toast. Fuck it, we'll go get more. That's what I want to understand is there's just times where it's just fuck it. It is what it is. It sucks that it happened, but at the end of it, we'll go get more. And I think she finally understood that at the end. Because there again, like I said, I don't want her to feel like she can't have a voice, like she can't have an opinion. So.
Did you hear what she asked?
What'd she ask you?
Can we get my French toast on Saturday?
Can we get my French toast on Saturday? Oh, so now I'm going to go get French toast this weekend. So.
I'll swear.
Parenting did not come with a manual or a handbook, and I don't think there's no way to write one.
No, it's just it's a wild ride, man. Growing up and
growing up the way that we did in the 90s compared to
No, it's just I feel like I wasn't that emotional.
Do
My
not get
mom
me
would
wrong.
probably
In
say
my
something.
opinion, there are some things that should never have been left behind in parenting from the 90s, but there are some things that definitely needed to be upgraded. Unfortunately, some of the things that should have been kept did not get kept.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, that in my opinion, that's why we have more and more spoiled ass children that won't listen to their parents.
That's why I'm not the whole, and you know it. We're not the family of. I mean, yes, I realize that is gentle parenting compared to what others would do, but we're in the store. You think you're gonna throw a fucking fit? Hell no! I'm gonna pick your ass up. Well, I'm gonna carry your ass out the fucking. No, we're not doing that.
My favorite line to my oldest, because she gets embarrassed with